Hey guys, so it is November 15th. I can't believe it. It's already the middle of November. We're already 2 weeks into, no, actually 6 weeks into quarter four, October, November, December. I keep thinking it's like starts in November 1st, but it's actually all of October and already 2 weeks into November. So how are your sales doing? If you guys are having a really good sales, put a 1 down in the comment. If you're having a not so good sales, put a 2 down in the comment. I'd be curious to see what you guys are doing for sales so far this Q4. But hey, welcome to Tamerlynn's channel. That's me. And sorry, I had an intersection. And I am doing what I call my Travel Time Chit Chat series. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I just pretty much turn on the camera while I am traveling and tell you what's on my mind today. It actually helps me make the time go by faster when I'm running my errands and stuff like that. So what is on my mind today besides it being quarter four, and besides, honestly, the number one thing on my mind today is that it is 50 degrees out right now, and it has been in the 30s here in northern New York, up near the Canadian border. And it has been chilly. It's like 20 something at night. And so today is gonna be in the 50s, and I am just so excited coming out and putting my mail in the car, which I just brought to the post office. Now I'm running to Aldi's. I decided to do something. Okay, Kendra, if you're watching, Kendra's my daughter. She's coming for Thanksgiving. And I decided this year, since I am hosting my first Thanksgiving, where the families come into my house, which I'm so excited for. Usually it's at my in-laws' house, but you know, they're getting up there in age, and I said, why don't I host it? And yeah, I'm just excited. So when my mom passed away, I don't know if I already said this on the channel or not, but when my mom passed, she had a dining room set that I tried to sell on Facebook, and it didn't sell, and I convinced my husband to get rid of our dining room table, which I still have. Nobody's jumped on it on Facebook Marketplace. It was like a $2,500 dining room table. I think I have it down to $500 right now and still no takers. So I'm gonna actually put it downstairs. I'm cleaning up part of my eBay room and turning it into a craft room, which, yeah, that's another whole story. I don't want to really get into that. But so I ended up putting my mom's dining room table up a couple weeks ago. And with that table was a hutch. I have never owned a hutch where you can like display plates and stuff like that. So I inherited back in 1994. My parents had dealt with the loss of their parents. Well, not all, my grandmother was still around. But my dad's parents and my grandmother and my great grandmother had passed. And my mom saw what it did to their families when people fought over belongings. So my mom had said, if we don't want you guys to fight when we pass, so we want to get rid of all of our stuff while we're alive to you guys. Obviously not all their stuff, but you know, everything that really had like significant memories and stuff. So like, I know my sister got my mom's wedding ring. I don't know what my other sister got, and I don't remember what my brother got, but I got my parents like fine china that we used for the holidays, and that was just always a good memory for me. So I got that in 1994, and it's been sitting in the totes since then because I've never had a chance to use them. So actually I ended up displaying them in that cabinet and bought a couple more serving platter things on eBay, and then put some on my Christmas list for my daughter so I can get it up to a 10 place setting for 10 place setting. Most things I got a 20 piece place setting, but there was the salad bowl and the dessert plates were I only got 4 salad bowls and 1 dessert plate, so I'm hoping to make that so it's at least at 10. So anyway, so I'm running to Aldi's because I've heard that they have their advent calendars out, and I've heard like a couple weeks ago, and they're pretty popular. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go. I'd love to pick up everybody an advent calendar And if I don't find what I'm looking for, then my plan B is I'm going to make everybody an advent calendar. And so that's kind of what I'm working on. Today I'm going to run to Aldi's and hopefully see what they have. I've heard they do really well flipping them too, because they usually sell out. Like, they're sold out on their website. They have one that I think is craft beer, and I'm hoping that they have that one here at this Aldi's. I don't know. I've never seen them sell any alcohol here, so I don't know if ours will have it or not. I'd love to get that for my daughter's boyfriend, as long as it's not IPAs, because I know he does not like IPAs. So, all right, person on the bike, get over there. Stay in your bike lane. And then after this, depending on if I find what I'm looking for, then I don't have to do what I'm going to do next, which would be, if I don't find what I want, then I'm going to go to Dollar Tree and I'm going to pick up some, like, they have like some Christmas cellophane bags, or I saw online they have these Christmas boxes that are like only like maybe like 2 inches by 2 inches, I'm hoping. And they come in a set of 5 for $1.25. So I thought maybe I'll do that, and I can do the 25 days of Christmas. And I'm going to see about putting, if there's a way I can like attach them to each other, maybe with glue or something, hot glue. I don't know. I haven't figured out exactly what, and then put little things in them. So that's kind of what I'm working on today. After that, one thing I wanted to tell you that I did this week, if you've been in any chats that I've been in, you've probably seen where I've mentioned it online, but I decided, as if you've been following my channel all year, you know I've been trying to clear out my old stock of stuff. I've got a lot of items that have been listed for many years, and I've been running a lot of sales, pretty much looking to break even, or at least, even if I'm losing money, recouping some of my costs from the items versus just, giving them to the Goodwill or whatever. So I'm trying to narrow down my inventory so I don't have as much, so I can use that room for the craft room. Plus, I'm kind of like trying to niche down and just, I don't know, just making some changes this year and even last year, but bigger changes this year to my business, and hopefully it'll continue till into next year. But I decided to pull pretty much all of my new with tag toys. Any toy that I've had that I have in my stock, because I haven't really sourced any new toys in a while, but I pretty much pulled all of the toys I have and that are new, over $4,000 worth, because I did up a inventory sheet this week. That's what I've been doing this week. An inventory sheet. I'm going to donate them to a local church for kids for Christmas. And she says, hey, make a list of what you're donating, and we will, give you a receipt for it. So I'm going to do that. That way I have it, and I can write it off on my taxes that I got $4,000 in losses, because they're just items that have been sitting there. A lot of them were a lot of stuff. Well, not just, I did some clothes too. So I bought some pajamas a couple years ago at Walmart for $5 on Black Friday. I think it may have been in 2020 actually. And I still have a lot of those. I shouldn't say a lot. Probably have like half of them left, but I probably picked up like 100 of them. Well, maybe I don't have half. I probably got less than half. But anyway, I've had them for a while. So I said to her, I know you're not looking for clothes, but what if they're new with tag pajamas? And I got like new with tag slippers. I've got a lot of Mandalorian items. Back when Star Wars, The Mandalorian was so popular. And I think that was in 2020. I was buying so much of that stuff, and then, what are these? Hold on. What is this truck doing? What are these trucks doing? These things are dropping. What are they doing? Oh, I think they're painting. Oh gosh. It had this truck had this thing on its back, and it flipped up as it was driving across this intersection. So I was thinking something was wrong. But it looks like they are painting the lines. All right, so that's what I did. I have pulled so much. So yeah, so I have a lot of Mandalorian items because it was so popular that year. I was picking up stuff at Walmart, and then I was listing it and selling it like crazy. I mean, really crazy stuff. So I had some slippers that did really well that year. I think I got them at Kohl's online. I was doing OA, online arbitrage, and sent them to my prepper. And then at the time I had a prepper, and then she sent them into Amazon. Well, Amazon decided, hey, I'm going to take these and send them all to these other warehouses. And it took months for them to get to the warehouses. So the warehouse in Pennsylvania that they stayed at, those sold out pretty quickly. But the other ones just took so long to get in stock that the holiday season was done. And actually, I think if I remember right, it was even like getting into springtime. And so I ended up pulling them all back because they sat for, I don't know, for a while. So I think it was like in the middle of summer. And I ended up pulling them back, and I put them up on eBay, and they really have not been moving because, you know, a lot of just, unless Mandalorian is on. In the first season, Mandalorian was like really a hit, but after that it just died down. And of course there was a lot of controversy too during COVID when they got rid of one of the actresses because of something she said. Maybe it wasn't during COVID. Well, it was obviously during COVID, but I think it was possibly during the riots. I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember the storyline. But I do know that the show just is not as popular. So I pulled those items. I've had bath towels, slippers, Pez candy dispensers. What else did I have that was the Mandalorian? I know there's a lot of other things, but I got like multiples. I had pajamas of that too. And so I pulled all that. So anyway, I'm going to go and drop off a big box today, a huge box full of used items, because they're actually looking for household items that are used and some toys, that as long as everything is in clean, good condition. So I had a whole Calphalon pot and pan set that used to be mine, but I got a replacement set for Christmas a couple years ago. Finally got around to listing my old ones on eBay, I think this summer. And they didn't sell. I mean, I probably listed them too high anyhow. But I decided, you know what, I'm going to pull them. I had a roasting pan. I've got some kids' curtains. Any of my clean plush and other clean toys. Like I have Play Dinosaur. I had some bath toys. Dora the Explorer items. I decided to pull all of those items. So I got a huge box of those. I think I had some Frozen. They're like Barbie dolls, but they're Elsa and whatever the other Frozen person's name is. I pulled those. I'm trying to think of what else. I had some like Tupperware lock and lock containers. But anyway, so I pulled all that stuff. That was about $1,000 worth of items in there. And of course, I don't have as much cost of goods into used items. Some of them were from my own household stuff, like the pots and pans, so there's not a value for those. And then other things are all been thrifted. And so, you know, thrifting and garage sales, you pay a quarter for something, versus when I'm doing retail arbitrage and I'm paying, you know, $5 for the pajamas type of thing. So that's why my cost of goods on my donated toys and new pajamas and slippers was a lot higher. But anyway, so I'm so excited to drop that off. And I was talking via Facebook Messenger to the girl who's doing the new with Tag toy stuff. I got to meet up with her. I said I got about 5 large moving boxes full of stuff for you. She was so excited, and I'm just happy that I can help. I kind of picked which organization to help, which area I should say more than organization was. So I live in an area near Potsdam, New York, and it's a little bit bigger town. I mean, there's like colleges and stuff here, but a lot of the people that live right in this area, it's not as of a depressed area as the area that I'm going to support, which is an area called Brazier. Okay, hold on. I'm at Aldi's. So I said, well, I'm going to support this one that's a little more depressed area. There's probably more families that could use the help. This whole area is really bad. I don't know what the unemployment rate is here, but definitely people are probably underemployed. There's not a lot of high paying jobs in this area. So unless you work for Border Patrol or the correctional facility, which even then, they closed one of the correctional facilities. I don't know if it was, I think it was last year around Christmas that the Ogdensburg facility closed. I can't remember exactly, but so there's, you know, there's just not a lot. I think the only manufacturing that's really around here is Corning. We have a Corning plant in Canton. And then in Messina, there's Alcoa, which Alcoa used to employ thousands upon thousands. I mean, like, their plant was huge. And now it's just, I think they only employ like a few hundred. So it's just definitely not a lot. And so there's just not a lot of jobs around here that are paying a lot enough for people. So I know there's a lot of people struggling. And of course, with the economy, it's been tough. So I figured this is probably a really good year to do that. Hold on, I guess things keep popping up on my screen. I thought today this would be a really good year to do it versus other years where even though, you know, there's always families in need, there just seems to be a higher demand this year. So I would say if you are a reseller and you've got stuff that's been sitting around, we all know the eBay algorithm does not like stale inventory. If you have ended and sold similar and you're still sitting on it, there's probably a kid. There's no doubt in my mind there's a kid that's going to be so excited, some 3-year-old, to put on a pair of Star Wars slippers, and you know, it gets it out of my inventory, and hopefully I can make some kid's day. You know, I've got like Disney princess pajamas and Spider-Man pajamas, and again, all the toys. I got some Coco Melon, like all this stuff. I just think that hopefully it will make somebody's day really happy, and it gets it out of my area. So it's a win-win for both of us. And it just, yeah, whatever. All right, I'm not going to keep going on about it. But all right, I'm going to head into Aldi's. Wish me luck. I hope I find what I want. And I'm so excited that I did not have to pause the video to cough or anything, so I can upload this right away without having to edit it. Because if you watched my last video, you know I'm having some issues with uploading my videos. Although yesterday I was able to upload photos of stuff I took to list on eBay. I did a video a few weeks ago about a camera and a stereo that I picked up at a local auction. I finally got those things listed up on eBay. I know, finally. All right, that's it. I'm probably going to do another video on the way home telling you guys what I've been up to. I don't know if I've actually done a video about this yet, so I'm going to check and see. And if I haven't, I will talk to you guys about that on my way home from the Dollar Tree. All right, talk to you later. Bye. Thanks for watching.